Thank you for joining me for year 3 in my series of instructional videos to follow along with our Paper Sloyd range here at Charlotte Mason Beehive. These videos are designed to be used alongside our 3 main core books, which is paper folding, paper tearing and paper modelling. And if you are stuck on any of these projects as you're working through with your children or students, and you just need a little visual aid for you, it's a perfect place just to stop off and get a visual instruction as to what to do in each of the projects. So we're up to year 3 now. I hope you did well in paper tearing in year 2, and this year we are moving on to the 3rd book, which will actually span the next 2 years, which is paper modelling. And it's been used for a long time in Paper Sloyd. And there are some amazing projects in there. There's some quite, intricate projects. And we actually change a little bit in our methodology as well. We're not tearing anymore. We're generally cutting. You can still tear some parts if you like, but a lot of the models, because of their intricate design, they require a more concise cutting tool. So we introduced the Sloyd knife. Now, historically, years ago, this would have been a very sharp, curved knife. Today, we're inundated with different craft knives, box knives, Stanley knives, etc. And I just wanted to talk a little bit in this introduction about some of the pitfalls I faced when I remade this book, and some of the benefits I found from different knives, because it really is the foundation to paper modelling, the ability to use a Sloyd knife. So as I just said, years ago people would have just used a very sharp, almost pen knife, and different things, and had success with it. When I first started doing this book, I used a Stanley knife, a box cutter, similar to this. It had a triangular blade on it, which was fine. It took a little bit of getting used to, but what I found was that being a triangular blade with a point on it, as you were cutting some of the more intricate designs, it could easily cut and snag the paper and cause it to tear. And in my research into Paper Sloyd, especially a Sloyd knife, I found more and more people talking about using a curved blade. And it was when I started using a curved blade that I found that my projects really were a lot easier to complete, and I just got on a lot better with that type of knife. I also tried these knives that are very prevalent now in the crafting community. They look like a pen, and you press a button and it's a small spike of a knife. I didn't get on very well with these at all, so we'll put that to one side. You can use a whittling knife. Buying these, they're available in a lot of places online, used for whittling wood, and they can also be used for Paper Sloyd. It's got a very, very sharp blade on it, and the blade has a curvature to it, which helps cutting. And I would recommend this for slightly younger children if they're going through paper modelling. But any knife that we're using, especially with younger students, you should consider getting yourself a pair of gloves for the children to use when they're doing the cutting aspects of Paper Sloyd. And these are just standard whittling gloves. Again, they just help if a child does slip. It's very hard to cut these gloves, so it takes away a lot of the risk and danger associated with using a knife. The knife I found the most successful for the projects it's called a folding scalpel knife, and these are again available online at a multitude of places. And as you can see, it opens up like that. The blades are detachable, so that you can replace them, because the second any of these very sharp blades, if you snag them, if you hit them against something and they get a dint in them, you will struggle cutting paper with them after that point. So having something with a detachable blade that you can replace is very, very, you know, it's a big advantage to have. And I found this knife perfect going through the book. It made it very, very simple, and a joy to use. Again, it's a dangerous knife. It's very sharp, and you must, especially with something as sharp as this, be wearing gloves when doing it. If you're working through our book and our teacher's guide and you've used our supply packs, we do not provide a knife in the supply packs. It's one of the only things that we do not provide, and that is due to international postage regulations and internal postage regulations when it comes to bladed items. So it's the one thing that we ask parents to source for themselves. And I just wanted to give this little breakdown in the introduction as a bit of a guide for you, because you can easily start a book like that using a knife like a pen type knife like this, or a retractable box cutter with a triangular blade, and struggle from the start. So I just wanted to give this little bit in the introduction just to help you out. Again, we're following Paper Modelling. It's a lovely book. It will be broken down for the next 2 years, all of the projects in it. And I hope that you enjoy following these videos. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks.